We're back, folks. And for once the roles are reversed. Bo is now louder than me.
Isn't that miserable and depressing? I mean, great.
Speaking of which, I need to double check the audio. Sorry about that. 1 second. Okay, had to raise my audio again. Realtek Sound Manager is not wanting to behave today. Anyway,
We are professional. Fearless.
yes, we have the Randomite King with us, Bowie Pans III.
Yes, I'm back. I just felt my trip to see Mewtwo was not quite long enough, so I had to come back for the second playthrough.
Oh, looky here.
I had to sign up for this segment because my favorite gym leader of Johto happens to be here, so and me in this segment.
Bo is going to get a twofer.
Oh yes, I wasn't expecting that. It was a nice bonus, I'll say. Man, 2 minutes in, the trainer's already boring him.
Uh-oh.
Oops. Darn you, Wooper, how could you?
Wooper is water ground type, meaning its worst weakness, nullified. However, grass types will destroy it. And I'm actually thinking about training up a Sunflora. I have a journal that I just posted on my DA page that will probably have received a gajillion comments by the time this video is uploaded, so...
Yeah.
I have some candidates. I have one lock. Houndoom. Houndoom is my favorite Gen 2 Pokemon. I'm not going into the final battle of Mount Sulphur without it.
World-class skill indeed.
Sorry?
He's just so confused, he's spinning around dizzy like, how did I get my butt beat so bad? Seriously, I've never seen trainers spin around that fast. At least I haven't seen it in a while going that fast. Dang.
Oh yes, I went and picked up a certain TM that I forgot to get my hands on the first time I went over.
Ah yes, the
Ignoring
rollout.
that.
That's it.
Rollout. And its rollout is Donphan's signature move.
I'd make a Transformers reference here, but I'll leave that to somebody who's more professional with their Transformers references.
Yes,
So that makes me think of 13, and 13 is a bad thing to think of.
I've never been a fan of recoil moves. Although, Donphan is a level away from learning rollout on his own. I think I will hang
Right.
with this.
Right. Hmm.
One of these can learn Rock Smash that I've got right now.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
A couple of things can learn it.
Yes. Very well then. I'll hang on to that for now. Ampharos, I'm thinking about keeping along for the rest of the journey, but I'm also thinking about picking up a interesting creature called Lantern, basically a water electric anglerfish. You can fish for it in Olivine City. Well, you can fish for its basic form. Chinchou.
It's sort of I think of it as something of a bit of a counterpart to Wooper. Wooper is water ground, while Lantern is water grass. I mean water grass, water lightning. So one takes care of one weakness, one takes the other weakness.
Yes, and Lantern is actually capable of defending itself against ground types, because ground types are vulnerable to water. Meaning that the Rain Dance Thunder combo buffs Lantern's other two water moves, one of which can be Surf.
Indeed. I can't believe I said lightning instead of electric. I have clearly played too many other RPGs. It's electric! Get back to the right RPG, genius.
Yes, I did a grievous amount of level grinding.
Dirty little secrets you guys don't need to know about.
Well, I've already told them that I used to
I know, I'm being a...
parent code to deal with that. Make things a little quicker. Simulate the long hours of the grind. And
Yeah, we
have
don't need
Ampharos.
130 hours on our file. Who comes up with a nice...
Flaffy, and Flaffy lost to cuteness and gains epicness.
I still think it's kind of cute, but I'm biased, so.
Sorry.
I'm biased, and Last does not impress me much.
Lava's a lot like Charizard, and then he doesn't learn anything useful until friggin' level 40s. Kind of annoying.
Doesn't it at least get Flame Wheel in the interim? I mean, it's still
Flame
something,
Wheel.
but...
And Flame Wheel is one of the moves that a Pokemon can use while frozen to self-thaw.
And that's one of the things I have to like about it, yeah. Been kind of useful in Gen 1, but it was a little late.
Bye-bye!
Seriously, where's your Flame Wheel, Kalava? I know you should have it. You should be having that by now. That's not right.
Well, let me double-check that.
I'm sure the level is past this, but I'm just saying that as far as just the feel, it just seems like it should be a little more in between. So I mean, seriously, stuff being stuck with the Ember at level 30, that kind of stinks.
Actually, the next level, level 31.
Oh, good, good. Gotta replace that Ember, because that after a while, that Ember just doesn't feel it. It ain't doing it. Ain't covering it.
Yes, I vastly prefer the look of the beauties in this gen.
Yeah, they look a little less yeah, I think they look kind of creepy in Gen 1 to me. Not dirt creepy. That's just me, though. Maybe I'm too...
The odd egg refuses to hatch.
Has the message at least changed?
Well, let's have a look, I suppose.
Because it does eventually change as you get closer to hatching, so... It's a slow process, but it does eventually. Okay, it's getting there at least. He's making some progress. Boy, it takes a lot of steps sometimes.
Berries.
Now, if only this was Gen 4 and you had access to, oh crap, there were two moves that, two abilities, excuse me, that make eggs hatch faster.
I jump on your head.
My birds are supposed to do that.
Duduo, the flightless ostrich.
Oh no, this one looks familiar now, doesn't it? Though I never got to use flying types much, I do like Dodrio, so I will say that much.
Yeah, Dodrio
unfortunately
gets Tri-Attack in its moveset from Gen 2 onwards.
Oh yes, and in Gen 2 onwards it actually has its effect that it should. That chance of burn, paralyze, or freeze. Very nice.
Touch!
Just be grateful Dodrio never evolved, because seeing a gigantic bird with like 1,000 heads would just be too horrifying.
They would call it Birdra.
I've seen fan art of this idea of a Dodrio evolution. It's not pretty. It's kind of scary.
Yeah, good little bird and roll over and stay dead.
Aw, poor Dojuo. It's such a nice little bird, I swear.
Yes, okay, there we go.
I feel like just flying away now. Every generation, I swear, there are amusing little loose quotes for the trainers, like, what?
Yes, Cyanwood City, where you get TM to fly. Checking. Lampy's good in the front for now. Uh-oh. Oh,
And who
yes,
comes
you
to
can
talk us
find
now?
Magnemites on this route.
Oh, yeah.
They've gotten buffed up since Gen 1. They are now dual Steel type, which makes them that much weaker to ground than
I was about to say,
ever.
if by buff you of course mean they're one-hit killed by most ground moves. One-hit KO'd, excuse me. This is Pokemon. They don't die unless Team Rocket's in the mix, but...
And it also gives them a fire weakness that they didn't have before. So Lava's coming out. Uh-oh. That paralyzes us.
Oh, good. You get to melt. Quilava needs to level up. Dang it all, give it a little more experience to get closer.
Pinprick.
Well, at least it's something, but yeah. How unfortunate.
And this guy was gonna catch you just snuck up the top route.
But he's like, what? Approach from the side? How could you?
Now this used to be where Stubble swarmed, but they don't swarm anymore in Crystal version, so you can't actually even find them on this route. Now during the day on Route 38, you can find Tauros and its mate Miltank lurking about, as well as Rattatas and Raticates and Matagamites. And a few Pidgeotos.
Oh, Miltank. Insert your own memories to Whitney here, or of Whitney, I should say.
Yes, and in Gold there would be Mankeys here, but instead there are only Meowth at night. Yeah, I have. No.
Doesn't she have enough stalkers? I mean, people on her... yeah. I'm sorry, anyway.
Olivia Benson? Ooh.
I'm not touching that one, and Corsola. That's all I have to say.
Yes, an interesting novelty Pokemon. Water Rock type.
Wow, I'd forgotten that was Gen 2. I was so used to thinking of associating with Gen 3 for some reason. Huh.
Yeah, Corsola learns a few interesting moves. But, stat-wise, it's not very good.
Unfortunately. Yeah, if you want Water Rock, you're probably better off with Omastar.
Omastar or Kabutops, especially Kabutops. Kabutops is a little more offensive.
I'm sorry, but we
hi,
drink
Mom.
milk every day. Jeez. Speaking of milk, hey, Mom. See, I never really minded that the mom in this game buys stuff with your money. She never really spends that much to me, so
yeah,
she's good with money, unlike some.
All right.
That's not to point fingers,
Welcome to
but
Route 39, home of the Moo Moo Farm.
oh, they're capable of everything. You just don't even know. You just don't even know, man. Let me show you. Psychic, really? You think you could just read their minds and already know, but...
And of course, he's got the biggest chumps of the psychic type into Slowpoke. Darn near everything short of a steel type can outpace these things.
Hate to quote a particular movie, but you're faker than a psychic with caller ID, man. Come on.
Come on. Send out your other little Slowpoke to get wasted.
You'd think Slowpoke would be so slow it wouldn't even have an animation, it'd just be like, poke? And that's about it. Be kind of like in Pokemon Stadium 1 where it just comes out and it's just like, eh?
What is this?
Oh, it only makes sense.
He's got a point. Mintberry! What does Mintberry do?
I knew that one. I swear I knew what all the berries knew at some point. Knew that, I swear. That's it's the Chesto Berry of Gen 2, then okay.
All of the annoying hypnosis spammers.
Also good for people who like to use rest, but...
Their prized Miltank is, sick.
Under the weather. Hmm? I thought you had berries.
I do.
Do you have to talk to the parents first, maybe?
Possibly.
Yeah, usually I have no problem with this. That's odd. Maybe it's because I Always talk to them first before I talk to the kids or something. I don't know, though.
There we go, okay. Wonder what's on TV? Nothing.
Just a generic TV show.
Alright. Let's try this again.
There we go. Much better.
You'll need about 7.
Sounds like a good number to me.
Hey!
A milestone. Nice.
Alright, come on. You're taking up time. Ooh, quite healthy.
Very close.
That's the end of it.
Nice. And she's happy again.
Let's see what the kids say.
Doesn't it feel good to help people out?
Yeah.
And not just for the reward, dang it.
Sorry, bro. I barely have any money.
Wow, I must be spoiled later gens. I'm pretty sure in Gen 4 they actually give the option of 1 or a dozen. And dozen Moo Moo Milks is not bad, I'd say so.
Get friggin' earthquake. And Donphan can't learn dig. That kind of pissed me off.
That blows my mind. So what kind of logic is that?
Gonna be stuck with HM Slave Furt for a little while longer, probably.
And that does make me think, not to name names or point fingers or anything, but amazingly, I'm doing the best as far as keeping my swearing down to about nothing. You'd think I would be the guest you'd have the hardest time with, but so far, I think I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, you have.
It's amazing. If you watch my channel, you'd be like, that is impossible. How's he keeping himself from swearing?
Mild swearing, like dang. Or...
Oh, I know. I'm just saying that. I'm surprised. I just find it funny, if not a little ironic. That's something I bet they're just. Oh, baby Pokemon are just adorable. Yeah. Of course she'd think so.
What I can only assume is her husband.
I think she had a Pikachu too, man. That's.
Who's got their kid in a Pikachu costume?
That's. Oh, jeez.
I want earthquake.
Could have at least let us have dig in the meantime, Game Freak. That's not nice.
My Donphan can roll your Pikachu.
Yeah, if only Rollout was ground instead of rock, but I guess it makes more sense as rock.
Time to get to work, buddy. Because it's a Sailor.
A sailor, but no Sailor Moon.
In the grass, the left, she has a Meowth. She can only be fought at night. She's not worth your time. Don't
Oh god, that Poliwhirl animation looked weird to me. I'm sorry. That's the way that swirl was. Yes, Thunder Punch and get it off my screen. No glory to the Hypno Poliwhirl. Yuck.
No glory to the Hypnotoad. Go away.
No glory to the Hypno. Period. Thanks a lot, Indigo.
Yeah, Hypno can go roll over and die.
I hate to keep bringing up Indigo, but yes, I saw enough of those in the Silphco building to...
Mind control pictures that Hypno seems to be the main star in.
Kinda wonder if that's the reason why I keep showing up. Ugh.
Weak!
Quick Attack is now laughable. Even Ampharos is shrugging that off.
Yeah, I level up for the final destination, not the journey.
Certainly. Makes sense to me. After all, it's called being prepared. Oh god, the cookie crab. You might as well call it like staring how its cry sounds anime. What's that, man? Speak some English, sailor man.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, here we are, Olivine City.
Ah, yes, home of my favorite gym leader. But I'm afraid she's not available for battle right now. She's under a little stress.
Oh, hi, Silver. Didn't we tan your hide 3 times
Seriously?
thus far?
And he never acknowledges it till like the very end. I will give him this though. I think his battle theme is my favorite in this generation, and really up there for all time.
And Crystal finally figures out this guy's not gonna be polite, so she backs away from him.
She got better things to do than put up with someone like that.
She really ought to just give him a solid groin kick.
She is woman. Hear her roar and fear.
That's what Lyra basically did in the little story outline that I drew up for Gen 1 and 2. Because I had a story that starts out with Pokemon Yellow and then ends in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, minus the Gen 3 and onward Pokemon, with Ethan and Lyra making their way to Mount Silver. Anyway, what can we fish for here?
With the good rod. No more of that old rod business. We're moving up in the fishing world.
I don't use the bike enough. Okay, Olivine City. Now we can go into the harbor. And
oh yeah, there is actually water available for fishing. I forgot that.
Yeah, you can find a lot of
Shell.
shelter here. With the good rod, with the old rod, you still catch a lot of Magikarp, but you can also occasionally catch tentacles as well. That said, I am aiming for a Chinchou.
Yes, anything but a Tentacruel. Tentacool may or may not be meh, but Tentacruel is just the horror stories that I've heard just are enough to scare me off of that thing. Ugh.
Now this is actually gonna Magikarp.
Nah.
Magikarp, even with the good rod, you still have a 40% chance of catching garbage here. And this thing should have evolved. Thank goodness it didn't.
Mother Nature is not kind to this particular carp. It is indeed a red herring.
But
I'm sorry, it
however,
had to be
it does
said.
no tackle. That was
So it's not as
that was
useless.
the bone they threw Magikarp in Gen 2.
So when did they throw him the flail bone that made him into a nightmare known as Flail Carp?
That's Gen 3, I think.
Oh jeez, that was.
Other things.
I will never forget. I'll never forget that. That video is a dang shame that it's down. I mean that it's gone now. That Flail Carp.
No, that's not
It just.
possible!
None of us are ever gonna forget that.
I showed Bo this video during an Arcadia random com of this Baton Pass buff Magikarp at level 100 face rolling 5 legendary Pokemon. The Hoenn trio, a couple of legendary birds, Ho-Oh and Lugia, and then Mewtwo to top the icing on the cake.
That was perhaps the if there is Pokemon, I think that would be a representation of it.
Come on.
Not my Mewtwo.
Come on, Chinchou. Come on, little guy.
It never ends.
Isn't this the same freaking Magikarp we just wasted a second ago?
Stalker
no,
Carp!
No. Save state 9. We'll be back after I've caught a Chinchou. See you later, folks.